Alright, so I was sitting here mocking up some motor mounts for this thing and running into a couple snags. I'm using pieces I cut out with a torch at work from some frame rails from a international truck. They seem like they're gonna go okay, but I'm getting awfully close to the damn steering column there. I've got a lot going on with the car. I picked up some spindles, rotors, and calipers off of a second gen F body to put on here. It needs some conversion U-joints, which I'll get, and then I'll show you guys how to upgrade from on the cheap rather than buying the stuff from the aftermarkets. I mean, that stuff's obviously a lot better, but this is what it is, man. I'm building this car to drag race as cheap as I can and as reliable as I can. I'm gonna be in the engine a little bit. That all changed too for now. I bought originally some 7.1 inch H-beam rods for it. Well, I'm going to end up using them. I got a lot of misinformation about the crankshaft, and I really don't know. I don't care. So what's going to happen is I'm going to cut the crank rod pins down to 2.2 big block Chevy size. We're going to take 300 thousandths off, and I'm going to put the screws to it. It's going to be a 13.5 to 1 engine running on E85. I'm most likely going to try to get it down to 12.5 to 1. I'm going to take the heads and put them on the cylinders, and then use a black magic marker. And I'm going to go around the intake valve side and then make like a scallop. And that way the valve will breathe better, and I'll CC the heads and get the compression down to 12.5 to 1. We're just going to run around E85 for a while. And then we're going to run the E85 nitro system too, but that's later on anyways. I'm going to rebuild the Turbo 400. I'll make a video on that once I finally get to it, which will be like the last thing. And then the transfer case on my STS Caddy kind of stretched the chain, and it's been knocking around real bad. So I bought another one that had the same problem, and I'm going to go over that if somebody wants to know how to throw a chain in. It's super simple. I might put new seals in it and bearings. I haven't made my mind up yet. And I'm trying to think what else I got going on with the car. The brakes, the master cylinder. It's for a four-wheel drum, and it's non-power, which I totally wanted. But now if I'm moving to four-wheel disc brakes, then it's going to have a totally different cylinder, because that's just not going to push enough fluid to push the pistons out like it does a wheel cylinder. The rear end, I'm in the middle of trying to find a 12 bolt or a 10.5 out of a 68 to 72A body. And let me get a hold of one and I'll chop it up and do what I want then. I've got one, but it's out of a 96 Impala SS. I could make it work. Maybe put some ladder bars in or something, but I'm running out of time. I've got winter to get this thing done. So, be freezing my butt off, building on her, getting it wiped out. And I'm going to bring you guys along with it. And anytime I can get you some rear wheel stuff just for, like, you know, your own cars. If you got one with drum brakes and you want to convert it and you don't want to spend all the money, and you can find this stuff fairly cheap, hey, it's worth your time doing. What else? There's something else I'm forgetting right now, but we'll get to it later, I guess. Oh, I'll be probably taking the headers together soon. I'm probably going to do it this week, maybe. I don't know. It's supposed to get really cold this week here, and I don't know. My TIG already plays hell, only being able to get 110 on it over the 220. So I'll get something going though, and then once I do, I'll tack it together, bring it in. I got to get stainless steel filler rod is what it was. Damn, been slack on some stuff. We'll get there. We're going to get there quick though once it starts rolling good.